Greetings, denizens of the digital world. It is I, the Serial Killer, coming to you today on day 237 of the year of vlogging dangerously. And today is a suggested Sunday and marks the last day of my, well, more leave period. I imagine I'm going to have some more time off in the future, near future as it is. Things are just working out that way. I'm going to have a lot of weird little random time off, and then a long amount of time where you won't see anything from me until a giant glut of videos comes in. That's just the way things work when you're in the Navy, as it is. So today is a suggested Sunday, and I have two things to suggest for you. Well, three things. One, for my gamer friends, Guild Wars 2. Seriously good shit, man. Loving the game. It's definitely got an MMO feel in that it's a little bit of clutter because there's a lot of people trying it out right now because it's the pre-order, oh my god, start, everybody wants to be on it. And the first month or so are going to be chaotic and crazy. But here's the thing I love about it. This is an MMO that rewards just randomly wandering around. You don't have to see everything in the game, but if you do, you get benefits. You don't have to fight all the big bosses and all the events at all, ever. You don't it's not a matter of you have to do every event, but doing them is just so fun and dynamic and awesome. It's one of those things where you're wandering around, and suddenly, oh my god, something's happening. There's no run and find guy with exclamation point over his head. He tells you about a quest, and you go, oh, there is a quest, and then you run off and do something, and then you come back to him. No, none of that. They've eliminated all of that. You'll be randomly wandering around the world, and an event will happen, and it will instantly explain to you on the side what the event is. But even then, you just kill shit half the time, or talk to things or see what's going on and figure it out. And when you do, and your reward comes to you, it's, oh, you've done it. Here you go. Instant reward or in the mail reward. No going back to the person who gave you the quest most of the time. And that's great and brilliant. The storytelling is fun. The classes are, the combat is beefy. It's just a good game. But that was just a throw in for the two that I have to recommend. One, I finally got around to reading Neil Gaiman's American Gods. I'm pretty damn impressed. I am. This is a twisted tale. I'm not even a third or a quarter of the way into the book at this point, but it's a twisted little, well-researched, amazingly rendered, evocative piece of fiction that has some characters in it that are just so intriguing you want to know more about them. But you get the feeling that knowing more about them would be a dark and disturbing thing, and that's awesome. I love it. It is such good fiction, and I definitely and wholeheartedly recommend it. And that's my reading recommendation for the week, and the one that I will be finishing off this week. But for random fucking about and filling a bunch of time, today I recommend to you a favorite site of mine and a few friends, Cake Rex. Cake Rex is a site that usually is dedicated to it's dedicated to cakes that are made by so-called professionals that are just so wrong. And it goes beyond just the simple spelling mistakes. Yes, there's a lot of cakes that are just spelling mistake things. It goes beyond that to just the weird, the warped, the horribly executed, the perverse, and the disturbing. Personal favorites of mine include, if you go down the right-hand side of the blog, because it's a blog style, under the classics, the sexual harassment cake is absolutely amusing. Just amusing as hell. And I think it was, yeah, the, oh, I can't remember. There's a bunch of them. There are a bunch of fun ones in there, and it's just awesomely funny and horrible failed cakes. The other thing, though, that was going on right now with them is there's a site called Threadless that makes really cool T-shirts. It's basically like an artist or a graphic designer or someone will come up with a shirt idea. They'll put it together, right? They'll render a draft, and then people vote whether or not they would buy it, and then it goes up for sale. Well, Threadless is hosting a contest. It's their second annual contest called Thread Cakes, and it's cakes based on Threadless's designs, and Thread Cakes has produced some absolutely amazing cakes based on awesome designs. So I'll link that in the comment section below. But as usual, I have been the serial killer. I've been rambling for 5 minutes. I've got work in the morning, and I'm going to try and get a reasonable amount of sleep today. Maybe about an 8-hour sleep. Wow, we'll see if that works out. Anyway, I have, as usual, been the serial killer. Questions, comments, concerns, death threats, put them in the comment section below, and I will talk to you tomorrow.